Welcome, everybody. My name is Melissa Valdez, in-arena host of the Boston Celtics, and we are all so thankful for you to be out here with us on this lovely Friday morning, kicking off this renovation of this basketball court. And now we have a lot of special guests with us today who have brought this vision to life, and a lot of these people have been working on this project for over a year now, so it's really exciting to see the paint hit the ground. Now, before we get into these introductions of these amazing people who are going to speak, I do want to give a big shout out to Kaya. Kaya, give us a little wave right over there. She's a Northeastern University student who won the national competition, and her design was chosen to be painted on this basketball court today, so she's going to be leaving a beautiful legacy behind. So we're very, very excited. Kaya, congratulations, and we're all really proud of you. Give her a round of applause, y'all. Yay, Kaya. All right, y'all. Well, next up, I'm going to pass the mic to Mayor Michelle Wu, who is the daughter of immigrants, a Boston public school mom. She's also the first woman and person of color to be elected as mayor of the city of Boston. She's a fierce believer in the power of community and collaboration. She's also committed to building a Boston where housing is affordable, where transit is accessible, growth is sustainable, and that she wants to make sure that every community has opportunities and resources to thrive. So without further ado, please give a warm round of applause for Mayor Michelle Wu, y'all.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. This is incredibly thrilling to be here. I want to thank all of the community members for what you do. This is an amazing part of the city where you won't find stronger examples of people having each other's back, coming together to get done whatever needs to be done. And so it is totally appropriate that one of the best basketball courts in the city is going to be right here in Dorchester. I want to thank the people who made this happen. Jaylen, of course, who isn't only here when the cameras are here. I'm always blown away. He'll just show up randomly at a court just to hang out and make sure that our young people see themselves reflected in what's possible in their futures. He'll just be there at the MFA hosting an event to raise money for causes like this all across the country and right here in Boston. And he's investing this summer also to make sure that our young people in this area have access to STEM, hosting a whole summer camp, and we're just so grateful for all that he does to be a role model on the court, but especially off the court in our community as well. The Boston Parks Department, we are so thankful. We're eager for partnerships everywhere we can find them, but it does take a lot of work to get all the pieces together. So Commissioner Ryan Woods of the Parks Department, all the entire team who are here, thank you, thank you. Our job in Boston is to be the best place in the country for families. We also want to make sure that that means our young people have every opportunity. In addition to a great education, every kid growing up in our city, we're making 5 commitments. You'll know how to ride a bike, you'll know how to swim, you'll play youth sports, you'll be involved in the arts, and you'll get your hands dirty in nature, growing things in the dirt. And so this initiative, being able to partner with people like Jaylen, with companies and sponsors like Red Bull, and all of my colleagues here, it's incredible, and it's going to leave generational lasting impact. I want to recognize my elected officials, colleagues who are here. City Councilor Ruth Louis-Jean, at large, shout out. City Councilor Brian Worrell, the district councilor here. State Representative Chris Worrell. City Councilor at large Julia Mejia. Did I miss anyone who's here? Okay, good. And of course you'll hear from the superstar Miss Marilyn in just a little bit as well. And most of all, thank you to the community for coming out. Kaya Santos has given us an incredible design. She's in her 3rd year at Northeastern studying fine arts. She told me she wants to do this for a living afterwards, so anyone who's paying attention, hire her, recruit her for an internship right now. We have amazing talent here. And just, things like this happen sometimes. We're lucky enough that there will be a program coming together where we can make an investment, but it'll just happen, right? The fact that this is being done with community, helping paint, owning and being part of making this happen, this is going to go a long way and it's going to shape the next generation. So thank you again to everyone. We're so grateful for this.
Thank you so much, Mayor Wu. And up next, of course, this person needs no introduction because we all know him as our very own Boston Celtics standout, and he's also a leader and always creating an impact in the social justice world. So please make some noise for Jaylen Brown, y'all.
It's like 8 mics up here. Which one I talk to?
See if this one works.
This one.
Yeah, go ahead. Perfect.
Good morning, Boston.
Hey.
Good morning,
Or
Jaylen.
early afternoon.
Yeah, no, it's still morning.
I appreciate everybody for being here today. I think the mic is going in now, so I'm okay, give me a second. We got some technical difficulties. You wanna try another one? Thank you guys for being. You want me to project?
You got a deep voice.
So I appreciate you guys for being here today. I mean, to be honest, nothing fills my heart more with joy than to be able to be here, a part of my community, and do projects like this. Right? I know, like, the court is gonna look amazing. It's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna be a space for a lot of our young people to play and participate. But this space also represents what needs to be done more here in Boston.
Yes.
Right? You know, as an athlete, sometimes you're removed from community, right? You're moved into these different spaces that exist. And, you know, my journey, my platform has been all about trying to break down those boxes. The more influence you have, the more responsibility you have.
I think it's the receiver. Here, now try.
Try with the mic.
Yeah.
The more, I'm gonna start over. So. I know the mic is going in now, so some of y'all just bear with me. Here we go, we should be good. Good morning, good afternoon, Boston.
Good afternoon, Jaylen.
Thank you. I feel the love in the room. Nothing fills my heart more than to be able to be a part of my community, you know, and be able to do projects like this. I know, like, having different spaces are super important for representation. You know, me growing up in the inner city in Atlanta, you know, being able to have a place that somebody put time and effort into, that the community put time and effort into, becomes like a safe haven for you to feel like, man, I could do exactly what, you know, people inspire me to do. And it's always about the next generation. I know as an athlete, sometimes you're removed from, you know, these spaces. They put you, you know, over in these areas where they forget about the communities that you come from. And since I've been an athlete, since I've been here, I've been refusing to do that, right? And this is one small example of what's going on here in these spaces in Boston, but as long as I'm here, like, these things will continue. We don't just need a fancy court that looks good for kids to play on. We gotta close the wealth gap here in Boston as well. We gotta create new jobs, new opportunities, new resources that all make an impact for people of color, but also can boost the economy in itself. There's so many things that we can talk about here today. I wanted to make today about the youth. I wanted to make it today about the kids. That's why I get up every single morning. That's what makes me keep going, is the next generation, and the responsibility for y'all to be able to take it further than me, right? So there's probably some kids in the crowd right now. Somebody's trying to cut me off.
You gotta start over. It's right there.
Gotta start over again. Good morning, Boston. Now this is great. Nothing fills my heart more, and I appreciate all the community members for coming out. There's so many people here that don't get the notoriety or the attention they deserve because they dedicated their lives to making, you know, Boston more equitable, more safe, creative spaces to make it, you know, to make people feel better and make the world a better place. And there's so many people, and a lot of them are here today, and they don't always get the attention. So I want everybody to have a round of applause for just this community in itself. Shout out to Dorchester. I want to say thank you to all the partners. Like I said before, I want to say thank you to all the community members. I want to say thank you to everybody who participated to bring this action to life. Like I said before, this is just a small example of what needs to go on here in communities like this. Yeah, I know a fancy court, and we got cameras here, and everything seems to be great, but it's a lot of issues that we got to continue to tackle. It's a lot of things and conversations that need to continue to be had, and as long as I'm here, as long as I'm alive, I'm going to continue to do that. So, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jaylen. Thank you for everything that you do. Now, next up, y'all, I'm proud to announce the District 4 Boston City Councilor, Brian Worrell.
You're better than Jason Tatum! Yeah, he's better than Jason Tatum!
Oh, the debate has already started. Okay. Good morning, Dorchester. How's everyone feeling today? This is a celebration. Can you hear me? Oh, you can't hear me without the podium? Stand sideways, right here? Okay. Where is it? Test. Good morning, Dorchester. Yes, I want to give a big shout out and round of applause to all the young people in the crowd and all the community members that are here today that make this park a park, that bring life into this and vibrancy into this neighborhood. Just want to say thank you, because this neighborhood is not a neighborhood without you, and this is for you, and sooner or later we'll be getting it painted down so this be designed by you. I'm Brian Worrell. I'm the District 4 Boston City Councilor. I grew up in this neighborhood. I moved in this neighborhood when I was 13 years old. Okay, I moved in this neighborhood when I was 13 years old, and this was the closest park to me, literally and figuratively. I lived 2 blocks down, and I was so excited to be able to say I had a basketball court and be able to walk to a basketball court right down the street from my home. So I used to spend hours here at this basketball court, just honing my skills for the next season, and 26 years later, I became the city councilor for the neighborhood. And a lot of those same improvements that needed to be done on this basketball court, because there were pools of water that would stand around this basketball court. And I used to bring my brother to the basketball court. He used to miss a lot. So you used to have to chase down the basketball before it hit the pool of water, because once that ball hit that water, it would probably end your day of basketball because it would be so wet. And some of those same improvements needed to be made when I became city councilor. So I made sure in the first budget cycle that we brought this up to the administration, and the administration committed, along with Jaylen Brown, to make sure that we're here today invested in our neighborhoods so that our children grow up with different experiences, and we start to level the playing field when it comes to capital improvements here in the city of Boston and in Dorchester. So I want to say thank you to all the partners. Thank you to the Parks Department, Nathan, Commissioner Woods, Tiffany, and Christine. I want to say thank you to Mayor Wu, Red Bull, for making this all happen. And let's know that in every community there's work to do, in every heart there's the power to do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Counselor. And now, next up, you guys, I'm going to introduce Marilyn Foreman. She is the president of the Erie Ellington and Brinkley Partnership NA, which is one of the original organizers to have put a basketball court here about 50 years ago. So let's give her a warm round of applause.
We'll try this one right here. You could, if you want to come behind the podium, see.
Excuse me, kids. Excuse me. It's okay.
This one? Is it this one?
Yes, you can talk into it.
Okay. Oh, do I move it?
You can talk into it.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow, this is exciting, and this is really exciting, and I'm so glad that so many of our community members are out here. And I want to say thank you to the Erie Ellington and Brinkley Partnership Neighborhood Association. That's our association, and we've been in existence for almost 40 years now. But I wanted, especially our young people, hey young people, I hope you're listening, because I want to tell you the history how this park came here. I was about 11 years old, 11. We used to cut the bottom of a milk crate out and stick it over there on that telephone pole and play basketball. Why did we do that? Because this was a lot that was filled with bricks. In the 70s, when the white flight happened and there was houses here and people couldn't sell their houses, they burnt them down. And so they had to move all the burnt debris out, and there was nothing but bricks here. Someone was profiting off of those bricks, selling them. But one day, a 16-year-old, part of the kids in the community, said, we need to do a petition, and we need to go to every member in our community and have them sign it and tell them that we need a basketball court and it needs to be right here. And me with my 11-year-old self, with all of the older teens, went to all these houses, marched down to City Hall after we got it all filled out. The mayor then was Mayor Kevin White, so I major myself, yes, Kevin White, and he promised us that he would come out here and take a look. He did. He made the guy remove all of the bricks, and then about 3 weeks after that, there was a big sign that said the site of the new Merrill Street basketball court. And that is how it got here. So I want to encourage all you young kids, all of you teens, little ones, that there is power in numbers, power in the people, and especially little people. So you can make anything happen in your community if that's what you want to do. It was the kids in the community that made this happen. So fast forward some 40 years or so, 40, 50 years maybe, now we're here. And community, again, has a big part in what's happening today. So I want to thank you all. Thank you, Red Bull. Thank you, Jaylen Brown. Thank you, City of Boston. Thank you, people of Dorchester, all my city reps, counselors. We rock. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marilyn. One more time, a round of applause for Marilyn. Amazing. Now lastly, I am pleased to announce Marquise Victor, who is the founding executive of Elevated Thoughts. And Elevated Thoughts is an art and social justice nonprofit that actively serves and develops our community through youth empowerment and art, just like we're doing here today. So one more time, let's make some noise for Victor. Come on now, Marquise. Oh, perfect.
All right, I'll be quick because nobody wants to hear me talk. Peace, everybody. Peace. Elevated Thought in the house, young people in the house. Just a couple words. All right, freedom necessitates art. All right, and this type of collective creation that grounds the activities here today. All right, that's something that encompasses Elevated Thought and what we strive for. Shout out to Boston for making this a regular occurrence and providing that access and exposure to young people. There is no liberation if there's no creativity involved. I appreciate you. This is a shared creative experience that we revel in, and there's activities all over the place. We got draw your own name, draw what brings you energy. There's a prompt over there. What does your future look like? What does the future look like to you? If the future involves creativity and art, our young people are going to be in a good space. So let's make it happen. Thank you to the partners. Grateful for the city. Most important of all, humbled and honored to be here in this neighborhood. Thank you, y'all.
Thank you so much, Marquise. All right, so for everyone who spoke, we're going to take one big picture right in front of this backdrop. Media, if you could remove your cables, that would be great. Once again, just a reminder, stop by the t-shirt tent, grab a t-shirt. There's some snacks and water in the other corner. Stop by and get creative with Elevated Thought Stations and have some fun. Take it away with the music now.